Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is EDC for Fun. Thanks for stopping by. Got a new knife from Vosteed today. This is going to be the Vosteed Thornton. Got a notification that I forgot I signed up for from White Mountain Knives, one of my favorite retailers, and it is for the Vosteed Thornton. These are designed by YouTuber Wayne's Sharp World, made by Vosteed. There was a first iteration of these that came out I wasn't a huge fan of, but when I saw that they were making a top liner lock version, I was interested, especially with this PVD coated blade. So yeah, this guy is 14C28 copper dune blade and black micarta scales. And it did come in this nice Vosteed pouch. No stickers or anything, just a nice little pouch. And what we're going to do, I'm going to look at some basic kind of specs first. It is a front flipper, and it does have thumb studs. As we go through the specs, I'll make a couple comments, take a couple measurements, and then we're going to cut some stuff and see how this guy performs, at least out of the box. So thanks for joining me. Right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and just weigh it. All right, 4.1 ounces, just under 8 inches. Cutting edge, we've got about 2 7/8. Closed, we're looking at about 4.5. And let's actually get the inner grip here. So basically from this kind of rounded part to this, we'll call that a guard, which I actually like. It gives you a very secure feeling. So we're looking at about 3.5, 3 5/8 on the inner grip, somewhere around there. So I like that measurement because it kind of, yeah, that's actually a perfect fit for my hand. Grab a couple comparisons. This is going to be the Spyderco Pair 3, and we've got the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. All right, so you can see it's right in between, leans more towards, I was going to say more towards the Pair 3, but it's actually closer, at least especially in terms of cutting edge, to the PM2 there. So I think it's a great size, kind of a Goldilocks size for EDC. Ergonomically, this thing is really good. The micarta has a grippy, fibrous kind of feel to it. It also has slight contouring on it. And you do have that guard, like I said, so you feel nice and locked in the hammer grip. You do have some jimping. The jimping's kind of smooth. It does something, but it's not super grippy, which is not a bad thing, because if it's overly grippy, then it's uncomfortable, or it's catching on fabric and stuff in your pocket. You do have this huge groove up here, which you can use to choke up on, but there is no ricasso up there. You do need to be careful, but it does lock in pretty securely without you being right up on the edge. And while we're looking over here, we'll look at that plunge grind. It's all the way back here, so you have lots of sharpening life on this. And 14C28 end steel is pretty easy to sharpen. Not a super steel, but not a bad steel at all. Overall, it's very good, especially in the budget category, anywhere from $50 to $100. This was like 80 and some change. And then use my code EDC for Fun at White Mountain Knives. You get, I think it's 10% off. That brought it down to like 70 and some change. One of my favorite retailers. I really appreciate Justin over there, by the way. Fast shipping, great customer service. And this specific version of this knife is actually exclusive to White Mountain Knives. And I believe this little logo right there, I think that's the White Mountain Knives logo. While we're looking there, we'll just see what other branding we have on here. Oh, cool. It's numbered. This is number 6 out of 100, apparently. That's pretty sick. 14C28N steel. And then on this side, we've got the Vosteed marking. And I believe this is Wayne's maker's mark. That looks pretty cool. So minimal branding, just enough to let you know what's going on there. And other than that, everything is pretty sterile. This copper PVD looks sick, especially with this swedge on here. This is one of my favorite blade shapes. You got basically a sheep's foot and with a swedge on there, very slight belly, looks really good. It's very utilitarian. You know, little belly in there gives you good slicing capability. And then you've got the sheep's foot, so you can use that for utility cuts and stuff like that, you know, pinch grip or whatever. But overall, ergonomics on this thing are great. Whether you're in the hammer grip, you're choked up. I almost never hold a knife in reverse, so I'm not even going to talk about that, but just in case anybody's wondering. But yeah, it looks sick. It feels really good in hand. We'll start talking about some of the other materials here real quick. So we did mention we've got micarta on the handles. We've got steel liners. We've got some milling in there for some weight reduction. I really like the back spacer on this guy. The same micarta here on the handle you've got on the back spacer. That looks sick. Very nice, clean, flush. Fit and finish is very good. We've got a steel, I assume it's steel, pocket clip. Yep. And it's just a bent pocket clip, but it is inset and the screws are flush too, so that's beautiful to see. It does have a little bit of flex to it, but that's to be expected, you know, in this price range with a bent clip like that. But deep carry, and yeah, very functional. Minimal branding on there. You got the Vosteed logo, and you do have T6 screws here, T8 in the body, T8 on the pivot, T6 on the thumb studs. And then you have that top liner lock, which is one of my favorite locking mechanisms. It gives you the fidget factor of a button lock, but the security of a liner lock, a compression lock. So you can basically see there is a little leaf spring here that goes up into a tang inside the blade and gives you a very secure lockup. The detent on this guy, by the way, is really nice. Don't really have enough to do what I'm about to do on camera, so I'm going to come off, and I mean, if you really whip that thing, it'll come out, but it will not shake out. A little slight shake. So the detent is very good, and you can actually feel, at least on this one that I have, it's actually on the stiffer side. So it gives you really good retention. Let's see if we can see where this guy kind of sucks in. Yeah, I mean, it just sucks right in there. And then that gives you a super crispy action. When you flick this guy out, I mean, that guy just fires out like a rocket. So the thumb stud deployment, very nice on the thumb side. For the reverse flick side, money, same thing. Whether you're using the pad of your finger or your actual nail. So reverse flick is very, very nice. And man, that just sets you up for that kind of forward grip there. Feels excellent in hand, like I said before. Then you've got the front flipper. Criticism right away on the front flipper. I think it's kind of ugly. It seems to protrude a lot. It doesn't seem to really get in the way, but I don't think it looks that great. It would have been nice if it was more rounded. So you see it's almost like a 90-degree you know, edge there with just a little bit of rounding on the very corner. The jimping does not carry over to the top, which is a miss. If that was just round, just give me a big radius and carry that jimping all the way around. I think it would look better, and it would give you more traction and make it an even better front flipper. So that being said, with the detent on here, even though it's on the stiffer side, you can knuck roll this guy really easily. Okay. Really nice thumb, you know, standard kind of front flipper with the thumb there, the side action, and then the old reach around there. I never do that, but I know some people are interested in that. The knuck roll or the side thumb flip is the way I go, but all deployments, the detent is tuned very well and everything feels really nice. So with all that being said, man, I'm itching to start cutting some stuff. I did notice, just kind of playing with this thing off camera, the factory edge is actually pretty respectable. At 14C, you can get wicked sharp. So we'll look at the sharpness out of box, and then I'm really interested to see how this PVD copper coating holds up over time. So we'll start cutting. Let's see, I got some paper here. We'll start with that, and then I'm just gonna kind of okay, I got a little hung up there, and that's one of the problems with having these big grooves there. If you come too far back, it's going to get hung up. So if you do choke up, that kind of helps a little bit. Ooh, that was not pretty. I think that was operator error. There we go. Let's go a little bit slower. Trying to talk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Again, getting hung up on that choil. It is definitely slicey. It does have some tackiness to the edge. So not a bad edge, and I'm sure after a couple of sharpenings, it's going to be pretty wicked sharp. I do have some paper towel here, so we'll check that as well. Yeah, I mean, not bad. I mean, this is a factory edge. Again, I'm under a camera here and, you know, doing this kind of through the viewfinder, so not ideal. Tore it that time, but it's, like I said, pretty decent factory edge. Let's go ahead and get outside. I'm going to get some outside footage of this thing. We're going to grab some cardboard with a little more room to work, and then we're going to come back and wrap up our final thoughts. And we are back. By the way, there's a fan in the background. Sorry, it's from my computer. It's just kicked on, and apologize for the background noise on there. Anyway, yeah, so this thing, definitely fun to cut with. It did struggle a little bit with some of the thicker material. And I think that's because it does have a relatively thick blade stock. It feels nice and thin behind the edge. But you look at that blade stock, it does get thick. It's kind of deceiving because they have this wedge on here. But it's not a bad thing. Gives it actually a more robust feeling. So, you know, this isn't, I don't know, I wouldn't consider it a precision cutter or like a heavy duty user. But I think this could do well kind of in all things, an overall EDC champ, I think. So not too thin, but not too thick. It's not a wedge. It's also not a scalpel. You keep the edge sharp. And again, this is a factory edge. So, you know, you can certainly change the angles around a little bit and see how that bodes for you. We can see some marks here in the PVD. Let's go ahead and get the isopropyl alcohol and clean that off so we can see if there's actually any scratches. Cardboard, especially that double thick stuff, can scratch steel pretty easily, and I'm wondering if it went through this PVD coating. So we'll get the gunk, the dust, and the tape residue and stuff cleared off of here. Okay, yep, yeah, you can definitely see some marks in there. Now, some of you guys, if you're just looking for pocket jewelry and you want your stuff to stay pristine and you're never really going to use it, that's not going to matter. For the rest of us, I actually kind of think that looks pretty sick. The copper itself is cool, but some wear on there, especially with this micarta, as this patinas and you get wear on the blade there, I think that's going to look pretty dope. But yeah, you can definitely see there is some scratches on there. Okay, not unlike, let me grab here. This is another PVD. This is the Left Avant PVD coated M390. So you can see it's got black coating on there, and it kind of starts to take on like almost a stone wash kind of look to it. And of course you've got like the striations and stuff from the slicing. But with Micarta, in my opinion, I love that worn patinaed look. You know, battle hardened, or I forget what terms people use for that, but I expect the same result here. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And yeah, overall, I like this. I'm really digging this knife. You know, it's not perfect, but you know, for what it is, man, it checks a lot of boxes. It looks really good. Action's really good. Great blade shape. You know, good materials. You know, and I'm happy with it. So congrats to Wayne's Sharp World for a very nice design. White Mountain Knives. So happy that they jumped in and did an exclusive with Vosteed and Wayne. I think this guy is, you know, definitely a home run. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Leave me a like and subscribe if you're not already. Other than that, guys, have a fantastic day. God bless you. Peace.